The sons of Saturn await. Welcome back, guys, it's Geek here. Yes, that might not make any sense to you right this second, and you're thinking, what the hell's that image? Well, I just saw something, an article about an upcoming game, and the sort of game where it's usually like a hidden gem, maybe like a sleeper hit, might not get too much coverage, except for some niche websites, and might gain a cult following, but that sort of thing intrigues me. And it says here, upcoming adventure game Sons of Saturn explores the horrors of the psyche. And there's a little trailer which we'll get to in a second, but let's have a little read first. I just wanted to, it's more of a chat than a reaction video. It says, indie developers The Saturn Studio have a little something for those in mood for some old school adventure gaming with a dose of psychological horror with the upcoming title Sons of Saturn. Currently scheduled for a November 2023 release. Why can't it be October for Halloween? On Steam, Sons of Saturn is a return to the point-and-click adventure games of old, focused on atmosphere and narrative. Sons of Saturn is set in an abandoned underground city of Minerva, a technological metropolis where the dead still dream, their memories still clinging to life. You'll be exploring the depths of both the underground city of Minerva and the protagonist's psyche as you try to find the cause, I think that means find, the cause of your pain and the metaphorical warts that have grown up around it. So it's like a blurring of reality. Like, what's going on? Is it this supernatural stuff going on, or is it just him going crazy? Yeah, that's kind of cool. And this is the bit I thought was awesome about it. It says nearly all of the assets used in Sons of Saturn were derived from real-world photos of abandoned locations found all over the world. You know, I'm quite into sort of urban exploring stuff. I don't do it. I would like to. I don't know where to start, to be honest. But there's channels and there's videos, that kind of stuff about urban exploring. And there are some creepy places out there. I wouldn't mind trying to find some creepy places to do that sort of thing at one point and try and do some ghost hunting. Won't find anything, but it'd be funny. And you know, there are some really odd abandoned places, and there are places underground. You know, I remember once there was something about this particular guy who was doing an article, and he was tagging around with some urban explorers, and they were going into the London Underground, and they went even further and found really abandoned you call it subway stations, London Underground stations, but still with like working cameras which were moving and watching them and stuff. And I think he got arrested or something like that. But like, it's just weird. Like, why they still use it, and what is underground? You know, how many things have they got there? And that's why I quite like urban exploring, and that sort of image there made me think of it, because there are lots of underground World War II bunkers, for example. You know, it's just kind of weird, right? What's out there? And this is their website. Okay, so it's got some stuff going on here, but this is what is cool. It says, look, a first-person exploration game with a strong emphasis on atmosphere, with real photos and real imagination. So they take this sort of asset and, you know, make it work more for the game. Developed by explorers and artists. You know, I love that sort of thing. And there's a demo, which I've not looked at the demo yet. Well, obviously I've not even looked at the trailer yet, but I don't know if I'll even bother. It depends what the trailer looks like. If the trailer sells the idea to me, I'll probably just wait for the game. If I'm sort of like, oh, I'm not too sure what to expect, then I might, out of curiosity, take a look at the demo. But we'll take a look at the trailer, I think. And I believe by saying Sons of Saturn, it might be sort of hinting at something demonic, because I think Saturn's like Satan. That's what people say. So I think that is a horror title. It might not sound it just from off the bat, but I think that's a horror title, you see. Anyway, let's take a look at the little trailer. That looks a bit horrific already. So that's a real set that they've... So yeah, they've put effects onto these real sets, or real places. What's going on? A train to nowhere in an abandoned city deep underground. This is cool. It's got its own... Is that like its own light source? The dead still dream and their memory... Oh, that was a bit quick. Getting ready. Oh, hello. You alright, mate? That's creepy, isn't it, actually? Child returns looking for her mother. This is weird, dude. So that's the moving. What the hell? This looks really weird. Yeah, okay, that is kind of freaky. So I don't like to spoil things too much, but I kind of am a little bit tempted to do the demo. I think I'll try and hold off. But look, you've got this is this is how you move, obviously, and there's elements where you probably questions or what do you want to do. Maybe they're asking you questions. You're discussing things with the characters in the game. It definitely did. It was a bit creepy, I have to say. Obviously the music and stuff's helping, but it looks like it could be quite a creepy game. It reminds me of it's a bit like Harvester, the old FMV game. And as you may know, if you watch my playthroughs, I do a lot of FMV games, and I quite like adventure games as well in general. So yeah, that was kind of creepy. But anyway, this is a Steam page. There's no price yet. There's no release date for sure yet. It said it looked like it's probably going to be November. More pictures you see of the real things they're using. So that's the real image, and then that's what they do to it in the game. Which is, it's kind of a clever way of doing it, isn't it? Because that wouldn't, that would take some effort, of course, to translate it into a game asset. But the stuff's already there. You didn't have to design it from scratch. You could go out and find it. But the key is going out and finding these places to begin with. There's a lot of effort in that in itself. So these artists, these photographers, are doing a great job there. But yeah, the underground city part, that's amazing. It looked like at one point, there's a big internal light source, almost like their own sun, and it's just cool. I like that sort of thing. It's intriguing. It's like, oh, I wonder what's going on, and the fact that there's a game for it, going around this. It's just, I don't know. I'm just captured by it. I don't know if it's your sort of thing, but I think that looks really, really cool. Do you like adventure games? Do you think that looks good to play? Do you think it looked pretty scary? Does it give you some chills up your spine? Let me know down below. And yeah, depending on when this comes out, how much it is, because I don't really have much money to be spending on games, but I do love games, of course. I think I definitely would want to play something like that. Another game I did recently, a talk and a trailer of, was An English Haunting. That's another one I want to keep an eye out for, because I also want to play Fort Solis. I'm not sure if you've seen that yet. I didn't do a reaction on it, but there is a trailer, and that's coming out later this month. That looked pretty cool, and what I liked about the idea of it is it's in parts, so it's good to do a playthrough of, that kind of thing. Whereas, if it's a game and it's a 32-hour long game, that's very difficult to do a gameplay of. You can do it, and people do, but I like it when it's a bit shorter, a bit sweeter, maybe 8 hours. And I think it's in 4 parts, so you can do, part 1 from start to finish, one thing for you to watch, and then so it's a bit more episodic in that regard. So I do want to play like a AAA title, but these kinds of things, I don't know, there's just something a bit special about them because it's not the mainstream, and I'm like, yeah, let's take a look at that. So if I get round to it, if I get the time and stuff, I want to play these sorts of games. I will be playing some thriller horror games in October, like I did last year for Halloween. So wait and see those that are coming, and that'll about do it for this one. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, there's more to this world than meets the eye. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.